the power to rest. Let's recharge for the rest of the year. Happy Monday, buenos dias, and welcome to a new morning show, Mondays and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. It is a Monday, January 13, 2025. We're going into our second work week. Well, some maybe people the third. For us, it's our second week. And of course, we get started with dad jokes. And we have this one from Cute Little Puppies. Let's hear it.
The guitar. A musician.
Wait, hold on. Let's play it again.
Cow that plays the guitar.
What do you call a cow that plays a guitar?
Musician.
A musician. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to these awesome people on Instagram who shares jokes with us. And of course, that is something that we love. And then Miss Charmaine, next slide, is no one other than the weatherman who's going to be reporting from the kitchen. I want to make sure all his lights are on. Mr. Weatherman, turn on those lights on the bar thingy. You want to turn those on? Are they on? Yeah. All right. Let's hear the weatherman.
Hey guys, I'm here in the kitchen. It's the weatherman. It is dark and gloomy and disgusting out. People aren't meant to be in these conditions. It's 67 degrees, people, here in Florida. It's a cold front. It's crazy. People are fighting for gas. It's every man for themselves. We're running out of supplies. Please send help. Florida is experiencing historic colds of 50s and 60s. I don't even know what to do. I don't even own a jacket anymore. It's crazy out here. But that's the weather. I'm here in the kitchen. I'm getting ready to do some cooking. Got some omelets about ready to fry out. All kidding aside, weather out here is beautiful. I love it in Florida when it's this weather. Like the summers are terrible here. I want to try and go someplace else next summer. I'm thinking about maybe Peru. I hear Peru is nice during our summers, your guys' winter. So let me know where you guys think I should go.
Thank you, Weatherman. Thank you so much. We do want to send, though, prayers to folks in California, whether you call that weather or intentional. So, yeah, I'm going to just say it. It's terrible out there, but people being displaced. It's just like this is the time. I don't know, Miss Charmaine. I know this is totally last minute. Are we able to show my YouTube channel? I just want to show people, we do have videos on how to pack up for emergencies. And I don't know, I feel a calling to share that again on this lovely Monday. So we could rest, right? I'm not talking about let's freak out, because when we're not prepared, it's when we panic. And so what about being prepared so we could rest for the next year? And so, Mr. Main, if you found it, that's good. If not, guys, if you go to our YouTube channel, it's one of our playlists. It's all the way at the bottom that you could just scroll all the way up. And it's got how to get bag ready to go. Oh, I think Mr. Main has it. Mr. Main for president. Let's go up to the home, please. Hit the home button on the top left. Yeah, perfect. And then scroll all the way down. All the way. It's the last right there. A little bit. There you go. We have a whole emergencies preparedness. We have a checklist. You get the checklist for free. You don't need to give me your email, nothing. Just go into that link and let's prepare, because the weather is beyond crazy. So let's prepare today for sure, so we can rest assured that we we want to be those folks who are prepared rather than those who are panicking, because let's see, the theme of this show is resting. Yeah, so you just don't want to be panicking. So anyway, that was a prompt. Thank you, Ms. Charmaine, so much. That's the weather for today. Of course, 50 feels different here in Orlando, Florida. It feels really cold versus when I'm in New York. So, or anywhere in northeast up there. All right, guys, let's go to our next section, which is a day in the life of a pub. Let's hear it. Yeah, you could unmute it. These are two besties. I love that little tilting of the head. I put my dog on FaceTime with his best friend. This is how it went. Can we unmute it? Let's see what we could hear.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. My volume was down. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Ms. Charmaine. Let's go to our next slide. And shout out to Tammy and Vanessa. Vanessa invited me to her book club, and yesterday we did some vision board, which is so cool. So I got my vision board right there. I have it near my desk and on my calendar. So I'm so grateful for activating our goals and dreams. All right. And so next we got a birthday shout out. This person is turning 107 years old according to his Facebook, which I'm sure it's a joke. But happy birthday, Omar Clark. How old are you really turning? Because that means you were born in 1918, I think is what I saw on your Facebook. That's 2 years before my grandma. So my grandma was gonna be 95. Yeah, actually, no, that's way early. Wow, 107. But what's your real age? I'm sure that's in maturity and in wisdom, my friend. I hope that today and you have an amazing birthday week, birthday month, birthday weekend, whatever you want to call it. I hope that you are having a blast. I'm sorry, and his birthday is tomorrow on the 14th. So happy birthday, Omar, for tomorrow. I know there won't be a morning show, but we wanted to give you a shout out. So have a blast. Love from Jimmy, and the Poppers. Doesn't you look adorable? All right, let's go to our next slide, which of course is sports. Now, this is a different kind of sport. Let's see it. I think it goes great with the theme of the power of rest. Why not? Why not take a mini nap while you're doing your favorite sport? And I mean, we're gonna get right into it, Mr. May. Let's go to the next slide. I know it's like what we're drinking. Water. Oh, I already had my coffee. I might have one more for breakfast, but I am drinking this H2O right here to avoid headaches. I'm really loving my water and lemon first thing in the morning, especially when I know that I like wake up, I went to sleep very hungry, which is not good, right? So anyway, get your water, get your hydration on, because if then I will totally OD on coffee. So we don't want that. All right. Anyway, let's get going, guys. You guys can support us with a mug, with stickers. We got hats, we got t-shirts, we got the new logo. Let everybody know about the morning show. At this point, if you haven't liked this video, please give it a like. Share the dad joke of today with somebody. Let them know that there's a morning show that starts on Monday, that is live Mondays and Fridays. And we are going to be talking this July about restoration, rest, and everything that has to do with the Jubilee. Let's go on our next slide, please. I am going to get those shirts. Anyway, right into our theme. I love this picture. Can we put it nice and big, Mr. Maine? because I know all of you up there in the north have been experiencing snow. Wait, not just the north. I heard Kentucky. I heard Atlanta, Georgia. I know my sister sent me pictures. And so a lot of us are experiencing this snow. And there's something about snow, right? I don't know about you, but doesn't it make you like pause because A, you can't go nowhere. You're sort of stranded. But I believe we could do that. We believe we could create those kind of environments without the snow, right? Especially if you're here in Florida. So let's go to our first rank, which is, basically when we already know that we're in a growth mindset and we want unity, then I guess we just not I guess. Shouldn't we ask ourselves a bigger question? Like, what do we work so hard for? And I'm saying that because yesterday we dropped our first podcast, and so this past weekend I've been staying in my office really late. And then Jimmy last night said, "Hey, we got to make this commitment that when of letting go, right? We did our best and it's time to let go." So this all the messages here at the morning show are for me, they're for my family. And it's like, wait a minute, right? Like, let's celebrate together. Isn't this like we just made something together? Isn't like my whole goal to create environmental growth and unity? You're like, we're right here. We did it, So just being at peace of your bigger purpose, right? And being inspired by that versus outcome. And so my outcome yesterday, and the reason why I couldn't go to sleep is like, gotta get that reel in Instagram. It's on Facebook, but it's on Instagram. So I put growth and unity because that's like my mission. What is your mission? What is it you want, right? And just being more clear or having more clarity on what you want helps us to relax a bit, to let go, to stop being so uptight. Patty Zito. So anyway, guys, let's go to the next slide, please, Miss Charmaine. So just some practicals here and how we could create snow and cozy blankets. It's really at the end of the day, it's by creating it ourselves. So one practical thing I have for all of us that I haven't done in a long time, I used to put my journal, my Bible, cool pens, all in a little basket that I will grab with me because I knew that was like my quiet and my alone time. And so I have it all the way here in my office. So when I get back to getting a little basket, getting just like all my little gears where I could go anywhere in my apartment because I can make excuses. I mean, have you made those excuses? Oh, it's too dark. It's too cold. Let me just sleep in. Yeah, that is absolutely what is happening in here. So, at least in my case. So, one practical thing, it's in order for us to get into that first domino or whatever you're gonna do for rest. Maybe for you is a walk alone. Definitely not for me. I am not there to be walking by myself. But for you, maybe it is, right? Maybe for you, it's like this rest is your first thing is to shower. So getting the towels, your clothes ready for that. So whatever our first thing of rest and self-care, my number one practical thing that I'm gonna do for this week, it's have my journal actually near me. I actually moved my yoga mat to the bedroom so I could do my yoga stretch as soon as I get up. But I find it actually cozier to do it by my balcony, especially if I'm going to see the sunset. So anyway, in my little basket where I have my yoga mat, I am going to put all my journaling stuff and just have it ready. So that's my one practical to stepping into rest. And what I mean also by rest, it's more like let's just say for restoration, right? I know it says the power of rest. And maybe a lot of people who are busy, they're like, Patty, I don't even know what that means, right? That seems like a luxury. And I know I put that in the description. So maybe let's change some words. Let's call it restoration, like restoring our bodies, restoring our mind, our breath, um, our connection to God, right? Like, let's start seeing it differently, instead of like, I have to do this, right? I get to do this. Let's go to the next slide, Ms. Tremaine, because um, it gets to be, and it really does. Oh, wait a minute. I do have, yes, thank you. Okay. So let's play it first, and then I'm going to talk about how this can relate to our morning. Let's play it. Oh, we can mute it. When women go to sleep first, she's asking him to lower the volume. He's like, all right, okay, lower the light. Fine, I'll do it. And then what else? Okay, put the phone away. Fine, I'll go to sleep. And then when women go to sleep first, I just love it. Okay. Why am I saying all this? Why am I even sharing this? Because I'm doing this to Jimmy. Lower the light. I can't sleep. Lower the volume. Right. And I gotta I want to get better at just blocking that out, right? Because we cannot wait on somebody else for a restoration, for our sleep, for our rest. And so I thought that was funny. I mean, it's funny to see it. It's not funny when you're trying to make somebody else do something that you want and they're not doing it. So how about giving up on that? And then create your own circle, your own routine of how to go down. So I know I've said this in the morning show. So for me, is that reading puts Patty to bed like this, like a feather. So anyway, that could be your second practical, right? It's getting things ready for the morning. But how do we ensure a restful, restorative sleep? It's by winding down. And yes, maybe your spouse is putting all the blue lights and all the things are not going to help you. And you already read all the articles and you're like, you're not letting me sleep. I've been there, guilty as charged. And I know Jimmy's someone there in the kitchen. I'm not sure if he's going to jump in and say, exactly, I'm going to keep you accountable. So I do know that what works, it's the book. And I could put sheets over my head. I could get some headsets, right? I could face the other way. So anyway, guys, two practicals for us today as we get, those balloons happen. That's interesting. I just looked down, guys. There was balloons happening in front of me. Amazing. Okay. Not sure what that meant, and maybe who did that. Charmaine, did you do that? That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's celebrate the power that we have to ensure a restful evening or sleep, so we could wake up still taking care of ourselves, still restoring our mind, our body, our breath. All right, let's get going. And the last thing, and this one to me is always fun, and the way we say things. Here's an action, right? We have the practicals. Let's get some action. So I'm gonna go first. Let's put the slide, Miss Charmaine. This Wednesday, I'm getting back to my lovely artist date. So we have a meeting. We're meeting up with a couple, and I want to make sure that I have my artist day where I am creating something. And I actually already went to Barnes and Noble. So I'm gonna go back to Barnes and Noble. I bought my Bujo, my journal, for the winter, and I chose this color because it's kind of like this blue for winter. And I'm gonna create my spreads. So this Wednesday, this January 15, 2025, I get to go on an artist date at Barnes and Noble. What are you going to do today or this week or next week? As long as it's in January, right? To get the restoration, to get your creative juices going, to get you into that mindset of, hey, it's all right. And then for us and everything that I say as a coach, as as a youth developer, whatever I want to call myself, facilitator, it's got to start with us, right? And so we gotta, we get to take care of us first before we go and take care of others. So I am talking to you, mommies, entrepreneurs who are out there solving problems, leaders who have people depending on you. And so we get to take care of this so we could then give to others. And that's what I have. I do have my action taker of the week, Ms. Charmaine. Let's pull it up. I'm pretty sure that's what's next in our slide. And yeah, I'll skip this reflections. You guys already know about my journal, which has a whole bunch of exercises. We could see it in there. The link will be in the description. But before we go to that, I do want to talk about our action taker. Let's go to that slide, Ms. Charmaine, because our action taker this week is Jimmy Z. Check him out. This is his first podcast. Next slide, please, Ms. Charmaine, that he dropped yesterday on Sunday. So every Sunday by 2 p.m., he's dropping his classes. So I'm super excited for him getting to the roots of what he wants. And all he wants to do, guys, is teach, preach, and what was the other one, honey? Well, teach, preach, and what? And learn. Yep, it was the learning. What's yours, right? For me, it's creating environments of growth and unity, creating communities, connecting people, bringing people together. And this is why I have this morning show, and this is why I show up every Monday and Friday, whether there are people live here or not. So thank you, Ms. Charmaine, for joining me on this morning show. All right, we're gonna play the reel on the first podcast, and hopefully the song will come out too. All right, let's hear it, Ms. Charmaine.
After a long break, our podcast is back, and we're bringing it up with something big.
This is part of our year-long teaching series, starting with Winter Gospel Series.
This week, we're unlocking the structure of Luke Acts, see how they fit together like two puzzle pieces, and why that's important for your larger understanding of the biblical narrative. Who wrote Luke Acts? We'll explore hidden clues and discover more. New episodes drop every Sunday at 2 p.m. Join us on Spotify and your favorite platforms. Let's explore the Bible in a whole new way. Test, test, test. How's my levels?
Love it. So that was actually our first. We had a lot of fun because we had like a script, and let me tell you guys, ChatGPT is amazing because whatever will help you sort out your thoughts, and I thought it was really cool. So we had a lot of blasts, a lot of fun, a lot of bloopers. I have the bloopers in their Instagram. If you're following us there, we're at YSuperstars in our Instagram. And so it's a lot of fun. So I'm very proud of this action taker. Putting a pause on certain projects that we had started to really ask himself why he's here. And I think that's important. Pivoting, reassessing. I believe that's important for our reflection. Ms. Charmaine, you could pull the journal section back because it does help. And a journal is right there. Nope, right there. Because these are some exercises, other practicals that you could put into your life so you could get to find out what your values are. Like, why are you here? And this is such a cool tool because it's only for one season, it's 90 days, and you get into that repetition of asking what you have accomplished, what you're grateful for, not just for yourself, for a family member, for your business, and also get you in a habit of writing down your struggles and coming up with solutions. And with even that, right, that practice, you get to find out who you are and what you actually value. And then give us rest, because when we're at peace for what our personal mission or our contribution to humanity is, I don't know about you, but I feel more at peace of who I am and why. It's not why I'm here. It's not about doing. It's more like, hey, this is my path, right? And I'm good. I'm good. So little outcomes such as a reel, putting this into practice in my own life. It's that really such a big deal, or is it the fact that we just did something together? We relaunched a podcast. We're getting to the roots. We're meeting with people. We're creating a community. So anyway, I hope that if this episode resonate with you, again, be sure to like, be sure to share with friends and family. And the challenge of the week, it's really whatever you took out of this episode, whether it was the practical in the evening or the practical step in the morning, whether that was setting a date in your calendar or what you're going to do to restore, to get back, whether it's reflection about what you want, whether it's getting that journal, if you're going to get that, it's on Amazon. It's right there. It's accessible to you guys. You can also check out more info in our website. Or maybe for you, you're ready to hit that publish button, hit that record button for your purpose. And so then we could go, all right. And now we rest. I've done what I needed to do. I've stopped the procrastination. And I'm ready for some resting for the rest of the week, the month, the year. That's what I've been told. This is the year. Continue to prepare. Continue to do what you're here to do, and let God do the rest. And so with that, I definitely have faith in what we're doing and what God is going to do with all these projects that we have coming up in 2025. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I love always to hear your comments, your input, what challenges. And then again, this whole month, it's a Jubilee, right? We're making that happen, making it about restoration, replenishing, restoring, resting. Let me know what you have in your comments, and we will see you this Friday. Yay. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get our waters, our coffee, whatever that is. Miss Charmaine, what is our walkout song? Hold on, I have some messages in here. All right. Peace. Let's see if the balloons come out. Hey.